This segment will deal with the basics of the living trust, starting with the question, is a living trust right for you? The test is really simple. If you own your own home and/or other real estate, or if you don't own real estate but have assets in excess of $100,000, the living trust as a planning tool should be used by you to avoid the government plan, that is, the need for usage of the probate court. If you don't own real estate or don't have $100,000 in assets, a will-based estate plan should suffice to avoid the government plan due to specific summary proceedings available in this circumstance, which will most often bypass the need to use the probate court. Assuming that a living trust does make sense for you to use, let's take a moment to talk about the basics of the living trust, specifically the death plan component we briefly discussed earlier. The basic living trust, which we previously referred to as a death plan, has essentially two objectives. First, we want to avoid the need to use the probate court upon passing. Why? As previously mentioned, the costs can be exorbitant. The delays can run from months to years. The process is public. Further, there may be a need for multiple probates, particularly if real estate is owned in more than one state. It can be easily challenged by the heirs and will not control much of the property you own. Just to give you a feel for the costs involved, check out the various gross market values on the left. Now remember, don't deduct your debt from that number. The fees are calculated on the gross value of your estate. Which one are you closest to? Now look across from that number and see what the statutory probate fees are. These fees are deducted right off the top of the estate and is money your family will never receive. And this is for a straight run-of-the-mill probate. If extraordinary service is needed, such as if a contest arises, all bets are off. The fees will skyrocket from there. The second objective of the basic living trust is to avoid unnecessary estate taxation. We avoid unnecessary estate tax by making sure both spouses' lifetime exemption or credit is used. You see, in one-dimensional planning, the entire estate is sent to the surviving spouse, using the unlimited marital deduction to avoid taxation at the first spouse's passing. This wastes the decedent's unified credit or exemption because if it's not used, it is lost. Conversely, two-dimensional planning assures that upon the first death, the decedent's lifetime exemption or credit is used in conjunction with a credit shelter trust, thereby making sure it is not lost. This one concept can save massive amounts of unnecessary estate tax if properly set up. In summary then, a living trust with no probate, no unnecessary estate taxation, and distribution directly to your heirs is the basic, or otherwise known as death plan. Utilization of this level of planning will get you off the government plan, but it will not, however, provide the levels of protection available under the life plan. To learn more about what additional protections a life plan can offer, check out our next segment on that topic.